Colin Farrell enjoyed success early in his career, but struggled to convince as a heavyweight actor, instead building a reputation as a scandal-hit Hollywood heartthrob. This changed with the release of Martin McDonagh's raucous crime comedy In Bruges, which saw Farrell hit the sort of creative heights he would make a habit of in the years since. In Bruges, personally, creatively, and all that jazz, was a big turning point for me, Farrell would later say. Robert Downey Jr.'s struggles with addiction and erratic onset behavior were so notorious that, at the start of the 2000s, he was practically uninsurable. Thanks largely to his role in Shane Black's inventive 2005 comedy, though, the newly sober star was able to rebuild his reputation, and, with his role in the Iron Man franchise, go on to become one of Hollywood's biggest and most bankable performers. For years, Hollywood seemed intent on trying to make Ryan Reynolds happen, to no avail. In blockbuster squibs such as Green Lantern and R.I.P.D., the Canadian actor failed to impress. His luck turned around when he was cast as the foul-mouthed, puerile Deadpool in Marvel's R-rated 2016 adaptation. It was a role that immediately transformed the actor into one of mainstream cinema's go-to leading men for quippy popular films. Despite starring in some of the most enduring films of the 1990s, The Matrix, Speed, and Point Break, Reeves saw his stock plummet in the 2000s thanks to a string of commercial failures. The actor, whose line delivery was often the subject of unfair derision, clawed his way back to the top with a role in the slick 2014 thriller John Wick. 3 sequels later, Reeves is now one of the industry's biggest and most respected on-screen talents. To some extent, Witherspoon was bound to dip at some point. The Legally Blonde star got big while still young, and had won an Academy Award while still in her 20s for 2005's Walk the Line. After her Oscar win, though, things just weren't happening, and the actor experienced a string of flops. That is until the 2014 Oscar contender Wild, a moving return-to-nature drama that saw Witherspoon draw some of the best reviews of her career. Since then, it's been a different story, and Witherspoon sits atop her own media empire with a net worth of over $400 million. The singing, dancing star of Grease had watched his career flatline throughout the 80s. That is until Quentin Tarantino told him, "You're the one that I want," and cast him in his sophomore feature Pulp Fiction. Travolta's turn, as the shambling gangster Vincent Vega, reinvigorated his career, and saw him receive a surprise Oscar nomination. A captivating screen presence, Ryder saw the shine of her 1990s hits, Edward Scissorhands, Reality Bites, The Age of Innocence and more, fizzle in the early 21st century, thanks in part to negative tabloid coverage. A blistering supporting turn in the dark ballet drama, Black Swan helped turn things around, however, with a subsequent role in Netflix's Stranger Things, putting Ryder firmly back on the map. Curtis was one of the industry's foremost scream queens throughout the 70s and 80s, thanks to her roles in films such as Halloween and The Fog. As the years went by, however, the roles dried up, and Curtis even briefly retired from acting in the noughties. The 2018 legacy sequel Halloween, however, saw the actor thrust back into the limelight and put her on a mainstream trajectory that ended in her Academy Award win for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Few actors have undergone so drastic a reinvention as Matthew McConaughey, the widely disparaged rom-com star who pivoted to respectable acting in a period dubbed the McConaissance. Before projects such as Dallas Buyers Club and Interstellar, though, there was The Lincoln Lawyer, a decent legal thriller that affirmed McConaughey's chops as a credible dramatic lead. In the early noughties, Zellweger was on top of the world. Bridget Jones's Diary and Chicago helped make her a household name, while Cold Mountain bagged her first Oscar. But a downturn in prospects led to a complete hiatus starting in 2010. It was the third Bridget Jones film that brought her career out of hibernation. The welcome return to her best-known role got the ball rolling for a number of other strong projects, including 2019's Judy, for which she won an Academy Award for Best Actor. TV series, movies, etc. that you want me to make. You can specify things like this by commenting. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next videos.